Bhavachanam Napunskalingam. So in the Ekavachanam we have studied these such words whose base words end in a, simple a, right? And in the Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam becomes right? Graham, Vanam, Phalam, etc. Right? What are the other words you remember which are the Napunskalingam?
Pushpam.
Graham.
Pushpam.
Which one? Sorry.
Pushpam.
Pushpa. There are some on the here, on the down here also. Kamalam, Pushpam, Chitram, Vanam, Patram. Any other word do you remember? Anybody? Paranam.
Mitram.
What was your question?
Mitram, Jalam. Question is, what words do you remember which are in Napunskalingam? Neuter words.
What? Could you repeat your question? I can't hear you very well.
The question is, do you remember any other words which you have studied which are in the Napunskalingam? Some of the words are here on the screen. Griham, Phalam, Kamalam, Pushpam, Chitram, Vanam, Patram, and other words somebody said Mitram,
Netram.
Netram,
Kalatram.
Kalatram.
Pustakam.
Good word, we can discuss about it. Pustakam, Jalam.
Mishrakam.
Mishrakam, Yantram, Chakram, Vahanam. So these are many Napunsaka Lingam words are there, which are common. And as a qualifier, there is a etat also. Etat and tat. These two words are studied. Yeah. So etat means this, tat means that in the Napunsakalinga word. So with the Napunsakalinga word, we are going to use etat and tat. And to ask what is this, so we are using kim. If it is a Napunsakalinga word, etat kim, etat etani. In the etat kim becomes etat. Answer is etat gram. If it is only one, etat kim or tat kim, tat phalam. Etat kamalam. Etat kim, etat kamalam. Kamalam is lotus flower. And then etat pushpam, etat chitram. So these are given here. And the Bahuvachana forms becomes, etat becomes etani, tat becomes tani. Okay. Etat becomes etani, tat becomes tani. And each word here, Napunsakalinga word, for example, Graham, which is a Ekavachana word, in the Bahuvachana form, it changes to Grahani. So similarly, if there is any word like Kamalam changes to Kamalani. These are simple words. And simple change here. Pushpam changes to Pushpani. It changes to like Grahani. Na is there here. For Pushpa also there is a Pushpani, not Na. Na, Murdhanya. And Chitram also Murdhanya, Chitrani. Vanam is Dantya, Vanani. Patram, Murdhanya, Patrani. Patram, Patrani. Mukham, Mukhani. Mitram, Mitrani. Vastram, Vastrani. These are these. So these
Sorry, sir. Li
words on the left hand.
Li or ni? I did like Pushpam, Pushpani. Chitrani. No, not the
So for Kamala we already have ni, and Pushpam becomes ni. Pushpani, Chitrani.
Oh, ni?
So wherever ni,
Not like
wherever
a,
there is a just
not like a Kamalam. Here's the Kamalani. I did like the Puspani,
No.
Chitrani.
no. For Pushpam it is Pushpani, Chitram Chitrani. Vanam is simple like Kamala. Ani. And Patra is again ni here. And Patra is also ni. But Mukha is just ni. Why is this? Can somebody, Raghu Modaya, can somebody, have you gone through that notes?
Yeah, it depends on where the
when we have
sound
to
is originating.
I think it's because of the letters before used. There is Ra,
Yeah.
Sha, or R. And there are
Right.
other conditions also, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So generally you can see in the Ekavachana words here, in this Kamala, there is no R, there is no R or Sh. Yeah. But in Pushpam there is a Sh here. And Chitra also there is a R. Vanam there is no R, Sh. And Patra there is a R. And Patra R. Mukha there is no R or Sh. So it becomes Mukhani. Similarly, what happens in the Mitra? Mitra becomes what? In the Bhasha, is it na or na?
No.
No. No.
No, because there's a ra there. Like Patra, there's a Mitra. Mitrani. Vastra also there is ra. Vastrani. These are the general pattern you can remember, but there is more to it. So wherever, in some words, though there is a ra, sha, it doesn't change to na. So why? You can also study the note, which is clear there. It is simple, but we don't need to go through that right now. Okay? But simply you can remember it. If you want.
How about
Remember
the
the
number?
simple thing is.
How about the number 6 Patram? There's no saw.
Patra.
No, number
There is
6.
a ra. Yeah, number 6 Patra. There is a ra.
But and then the answer is Patrani or Patrani.
Yeah. Patrani, like this. Patrani. Yeah, just to write it. Patrani. Because there is a ra in this. Patra. So right now, you can right now just try to remember the simple rule. If in the word there is a ra or sha, then the Bahuvachana.
I'm still confused. The number number 1, Kamalam. There's a raw. That's why Kamalani.
Kamala there is no ra. Right? Kamala there is no ra. Kamala is there a ra?
I'm just guessing. No, there's nothing. No saw, no ra.
No sha, no ra. So it becomes ni. Kamalani.
Ah, okay. Okay, Pushpam, there's saw. That's why Pushpani.
Yeah. Pushpani, like this Patrani. And Chitram also there is a ra. So it becomes like Patrani, Chitrani.
Chitram, there's a ra, no? Chitram, what is ra?
Yeah, there is a ra. Chitra. Chitra, right? Chitra. When you say Chitra, you hear ra, right? In that, when you say Chitra, ra. Chit and ra. Chitra.
Oh,
That means Chitrani.
okay, and then Bonam. There's no saw, no ra.
No, ra. Correct. So it is like Kamalani,
It's
Vanani.
Banani.
Yeah.
Bonam?
Like Kamalani.
Banani? What's it?
Vanani.
Banani. Patram, there's a raw.
But
Okay,
there is a
Patram, there's a raw. And Mukham, there's nothing.
nothing.
Mitram, there's a raw. Mitrani. Okay. Bastram, Bastram. There's a raw, Bastram.
Yes.
Bastram.
When we say Vastra, we hear that Ra. Then it becomes, what is the Bahochanam?
Bastaria.
Vastrani.
Bastrani. Okay.
So if I write it, it becomes like
Trani.
Vastrani.
Thank you so much.
Vastrani. What we are doing here actually, when we want to convert Ekavachana form to Bahuvachana form, you take the Ekavachana base word. So base word doesn't have this ma, right? So you just take the base words, say Mukha, and you add Ani to it. Ani, it becomes Bahuvachana. Mukha, Mukhani. Ekavachana, we are adding just ma to get the Ekavachana. But Bahuvachana, we are adding Ani. Mukham is the Ekavachanam and Mukhani is the Bahuvachanam. Similarly, Kamalam is the Ekavachanam, Kamalani is the Bahuvachanam. Vanam is Ekavachanam, Vanani is Bahuvachanam. And if there is a R or Sh, then what we are doing? We are just changing that Na to Na. So, Mitram, Mitrani. Patram, Patrani. What is the meaning of Patram?
So,
Is it like a container?
Vessel.
Yeah, contain. Yeah, vessel, container. And who said Raghumari is a Kalatram?
yes.
Kalatram is a word like something like, what is the meaning of Kalatram?
Wife.
Wife. Obviously wife is a Strilingam. Strilinga actually looking at the person, wife. But Kalatram, the lingam of the word is, as you see here, it is Napunsakalinga, correct? The word is Napunsakalinga, but meaning is wife. Similarly, we have Mitram. Mitram, meaning is friend, which could be anything. Like it could be male also, female also. But the word lingam for the word is Napunsakalinga. Similarly, Kalatram, meaning is wife, which is Stri. But Kalatram as a word, the lingam for the word is Napunsakalinga. Okay? So, when I am referring to my wife, I can say Kalatram. So, in that case, what should I use? Sa Kalatram or Tat Kalatram?
Tat Kalatram.
Tat Kalatram.
Tat Kalatram. Just like Tat Mitram is there, given here. Similarly, I am going to use Tat Kalatram. If there are many wives, so what do we say? What is the Bahuvachana Rupam of Kalatram?
Kalatrani.
Kalatrani.
Kalatrani, because there is a ra in this, so we use ni, Kalatrani. Another word, Napunsakalinga word which is worth mentioning here is apatyam. Apatyam. Apatyam means progeny. Apatyam means it could be it is one's son or daughter. It could be anything. Apatyam. It's a progeny. But it is the word, the lingam of the word is Napunsaka Apatyam. Like that. So, Apatyam word and lingam is Napunsaka. What is the Bahuvachanam for Apatyam?
Apatyani.
Apatyani. Right? Apatyani. Apatyani. Because there is no ra or sh in this. Kalatram, Kalatrani, Apatyam, Apatyani. Kalatram means wife, Apatyam means Santana, like a daughter or son, anything. Any question before we move forward? So here Bahuvachanam, for example, also you have to remember Etat Pushpam. So what in the Bahuvachanam of Etat now? Etat Pushpam.
Etani Pushpani.
Etani Pushpani. Etat Chitram.
Etani Chitrani.
Etani Chitrani. Tat Vastram becomes
Tani Vastrani.
Tani Vastrani.
Tani Vastrani. Sixth case, we saw that sixth case. Saha Balakaha. He is a boy, and Tat Pustakam. These two things we already know, right? What is Saha Balakaha means he is a boy, and Tat Pustakam means that is a book, and the book belongs to that boy, becomes Palakasya Pustakam, right? Now here everywhere we can add Asti. We can add Asti.
I have a question here. So we had this Pitru Swasa. So why is this Pitru not in this Shashthee Vibhakti there?
Where?
No, you said this Pitru Swasa, right?
In the word?
Father, sister, yes.
In the word,
yes, the word.
Yeah, good question. I mean, it can, if you use them separately, like in that word has become a compound word. That Pitrushvasa is a compound word. Compound word means two words are combined to make one new word. So, for example, if you say Sundara Balakaha, it is a one word. So we are not using that Sundara and Balaka separately. If you combine them into one word, it becomes one word. Pitrushvasa. Other example is, for example, Ramayanam. We use Ramayanam. What is the Ramayanam means?
The story of Rama.
Ayana means Rama. We know Rama, and Ayanam means the way, or is the way of living or something. So that means it is a story. It is, but Ayana literally means road. Okay.
Is Ayana journey?
Or Gati.
Is Ayana journey?
Like journey. Correct. Ayana
was in my mother tongue.
Yeah, correct. Journey. You can say that. Right. Like Prayana, we have Prayana.
Yeah, Naukayana.
Journey. So Rama journey. Lokayana. Lokayana. Only Yana is there, but we are talking about Ayana here, not Yana. Ayana. Ayana is, yeah, you can take it as journey here. But the thing here, looking at the compound words, so we are not using Rama and Ayana as separate words there. We are using one word, Ramayana. If you use it separately, journey of Rama, then what are you going to use? Now you can use Shashthee Vibhakti now. What is the Shashthee Vibhakti of Rama? Like
Ramasya.
Ramasya ayana.
Ayanam. Ramasya Ayanam. So we can use it like that. Ramasya Ayanam. So Ramasya Ayanam means Rama's journey. But if we combine them, then we don't need to use the Shashthee Bhakti suffix there. We can use the base word, which is just Rama, and then after that there is Ayana. So we just combine them and make it a one word, making it Ramayanam. Now Ramayana means Rama journey together, journey of Rama together. It becomes a compound word in Sanskritam. So these compound words are very useful, very helpful, and it's a specialty of Sanskrit. Specialty means it's not unique to Sanskrit language, but it is very commonly used forms are there. Perhaps in English also there are the compound words, but they are not that widely used. Yeah. Ramayana. Another example is like another example of compound word.
Vyakarana.
Yeah, Vyakarana is also there. No, like or you can take Lokayanam also. For example, Lokayanam. Lokayanam is also actually compound word. One is the Loka and other is Yana. Yanam, just Yanam means Vahanam, any vehicle. Loka means the Loka is a public. So Yanam of public or Yanam for public, you can say either one of them. Okay? So Loka, what is the Shashthee Vibhakti of Loka, like Balaka?
Lokasya.
We can say Lokasya Yanam. So, vehicle of public. We can use Lokasya Yanam. It becomes Lokayanam. Similarly here Pitru Swasa, we are having two words there. One is Pitru and Swasa. So when they are combined, it becomes Pitru Swasa. If you want to use separately, then you can use the Shashthee Vibhakti of Pitru. So you can look up what is the Shashthee of Pitru and you can use it. The Shashthee Vibhakti of Pitru will be like Pituhu. Pituhu Swasa, you can use separately. Yeah. Pituhu Swasa, which is means sister of father's sister. But in Sanskritam, though we can use Pituhu Swasa, but every time when we are referring to the sister of father is aunt, so we don't keep on saying Pituhu Swasa, Mama Pituhu Swasa, Sa Mama Pituhu Swasa, Sa Mama Pituhu Swasa, Asti. That is not common use. We use just a compound word, Pituhu Swasa, like the aunt. We don't keep on saying father sister. She is my father's sister, right? In the English also. We just use one word. The alternate word is there in English, like aunt. But here in Sanskritam we use Pitruswasa. Sa Mama Pitruswasa. So, Rukshaha. So these are all Pullinga words. In Shashthee Bhakti they have Balakasya, Ashokasya, and Rukshaha, Rukshasya, Gajaha, Gajasya Dantaha, Purushasya, Purushasya, Upanetram. Upanetram, we are using Upanetram for glasses, sunglasses or reading glasses. Maheshasya Shirastram, This we did last week. Balika also, I think we did last time. Sa balika, balikayaha. Balika, Shashthee Bhakti, becomes balikayaha. So any word, any strilinga word ending in a, mahila, balika, becomes just add yaha to it. Balikayaha becomes Shashthee Bhakti, which obviously you can also look up to Vibhakti tables, where you can find this balikayaha, mahilayaha. Okay. So you can say mahilayaha pustakam asti. It is the girl's book. There is it. Then mahilayaha upanetram asti, latayaha charastram asti. Now here, when it becomes a dirgha, like malati, dirgha e is at the end of the strilinga word, then its Shashthee becomes malatyaha. Just you remove that e at the end, dirgha e at the end, and add yaha at the end. Somebody has to mute. Somebody is typing.
Yeah.
Are you typing?
Sorry, that's me. So sorry.
All right. So, so here I am saying at the end there is a dirgha e, right? At the end here malati dirgha e. Actually, what is malati? Malat, right? Malat and e. Malat and e. So malat and dirgha e is there. So at removing this e, sorry, I did something.
So there is a very close, what do you call that, resemblance to the Bahuvachanam and this word Shashthee Vibhakti, right? Because the Bahuvachanam is Malatyaha, and then the Shashthee has got a Dirgha there, right?
Right. They are similar. It's difficult to put out the mouse. It's better. So here instead of e, we are adding yaha. But in Bahuvachana, you are right. Bahuvachana just adding yaha. Right? In place of e.
The rules are the same, right, Mahodaya? The dirgha e changes to the same way.
Hold on. Yeah, dirgha e changes to.
So it's like lekani, lekanyaha. Lekanyaha would be lekanyaha would be Shashthee Vibhakti.
Yes. Lekhanyaha. Yes, lekhanyaha Shashthee Vibhakti ekavachana. Hold on. I did something. I messed up something. I'm not finding the control here. Yeah, okay, got that. Yeah, Shashthee Vibhakti becomes ekavachana becomes lekhanyaha, and Nalini becomes Nalinyaha. Vishalakshi is Vishalakshaha. What are the other words for dirgha e, strilingam? Any other examples?
Nadi.
Nadi Bahuvachanam.
Nadyaha.
Shashti ekavachanam, like Malati has become Malatyaha. Nalini has become Nalinyaha. Nadi becomes
Nadya.
Nadyaha. Nadyaha. And Bhavati becomes
Bhavatya.
Bhavati becomes Bhavatyaha. So these Bhavati and Bhavatyaha words we already seen before. Like Bhavatyaha, example, Bhavatyaha nama kim, right? Bhavatyaha nama kim means what is your name. So if you are asking somebody and that somebody is a female, then we see Bhavatyaha nama kim, that we have seen in the beginning and asking for the name. Similarly, Bhavati we have used in a sentence like Bhavati ka, who are you? Bhavati ka, who are you? So here Bhavati meaning you. Bhavati, Bhavatyaha. And Bhavati, in that case, Bhavati Bhavachana becomes what? Bhavachana. Pratama Vibhakti Bhavachanam.
Bhavatyaha.
Bhavatyaha.
What is the Bhavatyaha. Nadi is Nadyaha and Bhavati is Bhavatyaha. Ek Bhavachanam in Pratama Vibhakti. What is the meaning of Bhavatyaha?
Plural you.
Plural you.
Allah.
Feeling.
Plural you.
Plural you, and that you is all of them are feminine, female. So he is Bhavatyaha. And then, but Bhavatyaha is ekavachanam. This is singular Shashthee Bhakti. Bhavatyaha means your. If the other person is a female, then you use Bhavatyaha, your. Bhavatyaha nama kim. Now there are Shashthee Bhakti Ekavachanam. What is the examples for the Napumsakalinga words? Graham is there, right?
Gruhasya.
Graham.
Graham.
Grahasya.
Gruhasya.
So this Shashthee Bhakti forms of Napumsakalinga words will be same as the Shashthee Bhakti forms of the Pullinga words. Right? Pullinga words Shashthee Bhakti forms and Napumsakalinga Shashthee Bhakti forms are same. So for example, Pullinga word was say Balaka. Right? Balaka. What is the Shashthee Bhakti of Balaka?
Balakasya.
Balakasya, Purusha, Purushasya. Right. So those are Rukshaha, Rukshasya, Gajaha, Gajasya, Karanaha, Karanasya. The Shashthee Bhakti forms of Pullinga words are like that. Asya, Asya, like Ramasya, Balakasya. And the Napumsakalinga words are there like Graham, Vahanam, Sasyam, Mitram, Pushpam. These Shashthee Bhakti forms are also same as Pullinga forms like Grahasya, Vahanasya, Sasyasya, Mitrasya, Pushpasya, etc. These are simple like Jalan, Jalasya, Pustakam, Pustakasya, Netram, Netrasya. Napumsakalinga words. So Graham Grahasya vatayanam. What is vatayanam? Meaning of vatayanam?
Window.
Window. Vahanam, chakram. Chakram is also napunsaka-lingam. Vahanasya chakram. Vahanam, vahanasya. Sasyam, sasyasya. Sasyasya phalam, phalam. And then we have mitram. Mitrasya kandakaha. That is a ball. And pushpam. Pushpasya varanaha. Varanaha meaning color. And Shashthee Bhakti Anya Padani. Kavihi. Kavihi is a Pullinga word. So here the words are combined here. Shashthee Bhakti in this small table. There are some words are Pullinga, some words are Strilinga. Yeah, for example, Kavihi. Kavihi is what is the lingam of Kavi? Kavi meaning poet.
Ikaranta Pullinga.
The word. Ikaranta Pullinga word, because the base word, remember. And you say Ikaranta, E, that E referring to the base word, which is Kavi, just Kavi, without Visarga. Prathama Bhakti Ekavachan is Kavihi. And its Shashthee Bhakti becomes Kavehe. Kavehe, Ankani. So E changing to A. E changing to A. Kavehe. Yuvati. E changing to A. Yuvatehe. Syutaha. What is Syutaha meaning?
Bag.
Bag. Syutaha. Bag. The Syuta word, yeah, it is nowadays using for any kind of bag, which is okay. But originally coming from the word Sivanam. Sivanam. Sivanam is like a
Stitching.
fabric, yes. Stitching, not exactly stitching. Yes, you can stitching, but like a bag which is made of cloth. So how is that cloth made?
Like a handbag?
Jute?
Jute, jute, but we're not talking about the material here. Any kind of stitching, that kind of
Handcraft.
work is there, and it's made.
Handcraft kind of tailoring kind of thing.
Crafted. Yeah, Syutaha. There are other words also in Sanskrit, like for example, Prasevaha. Prasevaha is another word for bag. Prasevaha. Yuvatihi, Yuvatehe, Syutaha. Then Guruhu. Guruho Pustakam. So U changing to O here. Guruho. Kavi, in the case of Kavi, Yuvati, Eva changing to A. And here Guru and Dhenu. U is changing to O here. Guroho, Dhenoho. In Dhenu is a Strilinga word, Dhenu meaning cow, and it has alternate form in the Shashthee Bhakti called Dhenvaha. But we can just, if you want to remember it simply, we can just, at least in the beginning, we can remember Dhenoho and Guroho. But while you are reading some books, etc., you might come across the word Dhenvaha sometimes. So then you should be able to identify what it is. It is a Shashthee Bhakti Ekavachanam. Dhenoho Padaha Pita. Here it is base word is Ru, right? Pitru. And Ekavachanam is is a Pullinga. Prathama Bhakti Ekavachanam is Pita. Shashthee Bhakti Ekavachanam is Pituhu. Mata becomes Matuhu. Then Bhavan becomes Bhavataha. Bhavataha Namakim. You see that. Bhavan Kaha Bhavataha Namakim. Who are you? But, and then the Aham is a Ekavachanam. Aham is earlier. Aham Shikshakaha, Aham Chhatraha, those Aham means I, and its Shashthee becomes Mama. Aham Shashthee of Aham is Mama. So though they look different, like Aham and Mama, they look different. But that is a form. The Ekavachan is Aham ekavachana prathama vibhakti, and Shashthee vibhakti ekavachanam of aham is mama. But the base word is different. Base word is called asmad. Asmad. Base word is asmad for aham and mama, for both. We say prathama vibhakti ekavachanam, prathama vibhakti, Shashthee vibhakti ekavachanam. Those are the words. Any question here?
Yeah, practically we have been using these, but you know, I didn't know that these are the root words. Yeah, it's really interesting.
Mahodaya, how does the asmat become mama or mai? What's the rule? Is it too much for us? Yeah, how does it relate?
Rule, even. Are you asking for the rule? Oh, rule. Rule. Yeah, it is too much for now. Rule. There is no rule actually. There are. Then we'll have to dig into Vyakaranam, grammar. Now, grammar provides a framework of deriving these words. Deriving in the sense, if you study the Vyakarana rules, we can, based on the rules, we can start from asmad, and then we can apply those rules one by one, which changes to mama. And these rules are mostly artificial rules. There is, because grammar itself is an artificial framework. It is not unlike this shiksha, which is the pronunciation, right? The phonetics, the science of pronunciation, where we are talking about this dantya, murdhanya, and the sthanam of different ucharana sthanam and prayatna. This is natural. These are the logical and scientific basis.
And they're teachable, so we can learn them.
Huh?
They're also teachable, so it's easy to learn.
Yeah, I didn't get the first part, but yeah, easy to learn. Yeah,
it's easy to learn because you give us the precise instructions how to practice and recognize them in our daily
ucharanam.
Yeah.
Are you talking about ucharanam? Yeah, but those are like scientifically logical, and anybody can apply their logic and interpret them. But here, grammar is more like artificial. Some of them are okay. You can have some logic based on, again, they all originate from the shiksha, the phonetics only, wherever the logic applies. But otherwise, suppose if you, even if you want to say like, how does Rama become Ramasya, right? How does Rama become Ramaha? There is no natural or scientific logic for that, because they are all words which are in use in the sahityam or bhasha, in the language. They are there. Like there is mama is Shashthee vibhakti ekvachanam, aham is prathama vibhakti ekvachanam. Now, what is the basis of asmad become mama? There is no basis. There is no scientific or there is no logical basis for that. It is just bhasha is like that. And Vyakaranam comes later. Vyakarana is just supporting the words which are already there in Bhasha. So, yeah, and one can study Panini's Vyakarana, and that gives the framework of, framework means basically steps, artificial steps, starting from asmad to reach mama. So there could be one step, there could be multiple steps. And same thing with Rama, starting from Rama, reaching up to Ramasya, or even Rama also, for that example. Even Prathama Vibhakti Ekvachana, Rama changes to Ramaha. It is, if you go through the Vyakarana steps, it is not just one step adding Visarga. Okay? Panini Vyakarana doesn't say start from Rama and just add Visarga and becomes Prathama ekvachan Ramah. No, there are multiple steps there. So, yeah, it's a bit complicated, Vyakaranam, but it is interesting. The framework is interesting, and the framework itself, Vyakarana framework, tries to make a generalized framework so that using the same set of rules, we can derive different words or different forms of different words. Though in some cases that is not possible in using same set of rules or same set of steps. In that case, Panini Vyakarana defines a different set of rules for different types of words. So, the for beginners, so that's why it may be it becomes easier to just recognize the patterns instead of actually diving deep into studying the steps of starting from the root base word and how does it mama comes into picture. So yeah, if you study the Pani rules, it is like a more like a academic satisfaction one can derive from that. But more than that, we are all here to understand the language. So by categorizing these different words into different categories, that is what my effort was. I had sent you that one link, right? Video link, where I tried to make them into different buckets, like the words ending in a, the words ending in a, the words ending in e. So what are the patterns? So that may be for the beginners, that may be just to understand the patterns and not get entangled into this grammar rules and the steps. That may be the easier way, even for beginners or otherwise also. Even for when we study grammar, the expert grammarians also, it is very difficult to remember all the rules of grammars and then try to apply and try to justify the different forms, right?
Thank you, Mahodaya.
So here, just one more page, let's cover and stop today. Tasya, so we are introducing Shashthee Bhakti of Pullinga and Strilinga of Saha and Sa here. Saha, Eshaha, Sa, Esha. So these words we already know. You already remember, I believe. Recall what is Saha. Saha and Eshaha.
Saha is Pullinga, addressing that person. Eshaha is the Pullinga, addressing this person. Closer and far.
Far, yes. Saha is far, Esha is closer. Saha similarly Strilinga, far, and Esha Strilinga, which is closer. So Saha Balakaha, Esha Putraha, Sa Lata, Esha Balika. So those words or those usages we already seen. So now same Saha and Eshaha, Sa, Esha. These Shashthee Bhakti forms of these words would be like this: Tasya. Saha, the Shashthee Bhakti of that is Tasya. Eshaha, Shashthee of that is Etasya. Sa, Shashthee of that is Tasyaha. Esha is Etasyaha. So these, at least the ending part like Sya, Sya and Syaha, Syaha, Yaha, these sound similar to their counterparts, like Tasya sounds like Balakasya, right? Sya is there, Balakasya, Ramasya. So similarly we have Tasya, etasya. So the ending part is sya, but only that the first part, Balaka was Balakasya, Rama was Ramasya. Here only Saha is changing to Tasya, is not Sasya. Saha is not changing to Sasya for Shashthee. It is changing to Tasya. Yeah. And similarly, Esha is changing to Etasya. So these are some of the forms you can remember. Tasya means, what is the meaning of Tasya here? Saha means that person, and Tasya means of that person. Shashthee Bhakti. So there is examples here. Eshaha balakaha means this is a boy. Etasya nama Ramaha. Etasya nama Ramaha. Etasya means of this person. Eshaha becomes etasya. So etasya nama Rama means name of this person is Rama. Here I have put his name, but actually it means name of this person, etasya, because it's closer. Similarly, saha shikshakaha, tasya nama shivaha, that is teacher, comparatively at a distance. We have tasya nama shivaha, his name is Shiva. Similarly, eshaha vaidyaha becomes etasya nama krishnaha, saha chhatraha, tasya nama maheshaha, saha chhatraha, tasya nama. The main thing we have to, our attention focus here is saha, tasya, eshaha, etasya. So, eshaha balakaha, etasya gruham. We can also say etasya gruham, or etat, etasya gruham asti. Etasya mitram asti. Etasya means of this person. Etasya gruham asti means etasya gruham asti. He etasya gruham asti. How do we translate that?
His house.
Or just etasya gruham. Etasya gruham. Etasya gruham, his house, or house of this person. Etasya gruham. Etasya ankani. You can use anything. Like just we had the other example, obviously. Ashokasya nauka, etasya nauka. Where there is a shashti, you can substitute that with these pronouns. These are the pronouns. Sarvanama Shabdaha. Sarvanama means pronouns here. Eshaha is also Sarvanama, Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Etasya becomes Shashthee Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Saha Prathama Ekavachanam. Tasya Shashthee Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Saha Shikshakaha. Tasya Nama Shivaha. So, Shashthee. Shashthee is the possessive, right? Belonging. Now what is belonging to what now? Nama. Nama is name here. Nama, that is in the Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. So what belongs will be in the Prathama Vibhakti, and to whom it belongs will be in the Shashthee Vibhakti. So Nama, name is in Prathama Vibhakti, and name belongs to some person. So that the word which is referring to some person will be in Shashthee Vibhakti. So Tasya Nama Shivaha, like that. Name. Or if you want to use other, like you don't have to use name. You can use graham, you can use pustakam. Tasya pustakam, book of that person, belonging to that person. Yeah. Similarly, we have in the Strilinga we have etasyaha. Esha mahila etasyaha. Etasyaha, and sa becomes tasyaha. Esha mahila or mahila etasyaha nama kala, or etasyaha graham, etasyaha upanetram. You can use any word there. Sa chhatra tasyaha nama rama. Esha balika sa balika. Etasyaha nama nila. Tasyaha nama nila. Similarly, etas netram. Now Napumsakalinga, there are a couple of examples here. Etat and tat. Here also the Shashthee Vibhakti forms remain same as the Pullinga Shashthee forms. Pullinga Saha becomes Tasya, and Sa becomes sorry, Esha becomes Etasya, and in Napunsakalingam, Etat becomes Etasya, and Tat becomes Tasya. So these are Etasya and Tasya, Shashthee Vibhakti forms are same as the Prathama Vibhakti forms, no change here. So Etat becomes Etasya, Tat becomes Tasya. So Etat Mitram, this is friend, because Mitram is Napunsakalingam. Now, Etasya Nama Rameshaha, the name of this person, name belonging to this person is Rameshaha. And then Tat Nagaram, Tasya Nama Delhi. You can use any other word. Tasya Graham, Tasya Pustakam, Nagaram Asti. So now Nagaram is a city, or something what belongs to city. So anything else other than name you can think of what belongs to city, something else belonging to city. Tat Nagaram. So we want to use Tasya or Nagarasya. Nagarasya kim asti, other than name. Can you think of any other word which we can use here, like Nagarasya
Griham asti.
dash. Nagarasya Graham, Tasya Graham. Anything else? Anybody else? Nagarasya, anything that belongs to a city.
Playground.
Vriksham.
Playground, Kridanganam.
Vriksha.
Vidyalayah, Rukshaha. Not in this picture, but generally, generally you can think of Vidyalayah, Kridanganam, and Margaha, Nagarasya Margaha, Margaha Pullinga, road. Nagarasya Margaha.
Karyalaya.
Yeah. So, Karyalayah. Any question?
Excuse me, sir. I have a question. This
Yes, please.
Tasya Nama Delhi. Delhi is a Sanskrit name.
Yeah, it is Sanskrit name.
Is this the same Delhi as in the town in India?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that is written as
Yeah, the other-
Delhi.
Now it has become Delhi, but originally Delhi was there. Delhi, some people also now also call Delhi. Delhi, it is a Sanskrit word meaning what is in English? Suppose so maybe in old houses at least, when you enter the house, there is a door, right? And main door. The main door. Let me draw it. So suppose it's a main door in the wooden houses in India at least. So at the bottom there is a wooden plank, right? What is it called?
Telugu they say Gadapa.
I was going to say that.
Threshold.
Threshold. Yeah, correct. Sorry, thank you. Threshold. Threshold. So they used to have this. Right? Not the new ones. I don't know. The old ones they used to the wooden doors, wooden or the metal thresholds were there, so that you have to cross it. It's a little bit height here to cross it and enter the house. So that is Delhi. So the city name was also Delhi, probably because it was the main entry point to enter India. We were coming from the north or northwest side of India. Northeast is Himalaya, Parvata, and then northwest side, people entering India. The first major city was this Delhi. So maybe because it was like a threshold to enter the country of India, it's called Delhi. But in general, you can use Many of the words in Indian cities names are also still they can be used directly. Like we have Mumbai Nagaram, or we can add Nagaram to it to make it like more easily usable. To any word, to any city word in the anywhere on the globe, you can add Nagaram, like Bengaluru Nagaram, or even whatever the New York Nagaram. But some of them, like we can use Punya Nagari, which is Pune, which is in India, was known as Punya Pattanam or Punya Nagari. So Nagar, Delhi. Yeah, so now you can use this Gajaha, Gajasya Karna, Madhyarasya, Balakasya, those are simple Chatra. You can try these. Bahuvachana Rupani, we'll do it next week. Any other questions before we stop today?